Hey guys, I'm back with another book talk, and this book actually has been sitting on my shelf for like 2 years now. I bought it because I really liked the title and I thought it was cool, and then I read the flap and I was like, yes, I want that. So I bought it, and since then it's been sitting on my shelf forever. But yeah, finally got around to reading it, and let's get on with this. This book talk is about Alice in Zombieland by Gena Showalter? Walter? I don't care. This book is basically a retelling of Alice in Wonderland of sorts. It's about a girl named Alice Bell, and her family is killed in a freak car accident, and she's the only survivor, and she finds out that the zombies, or the monsters as her dad called them, that he always flipped out and was paranoid about, are actually real, and she can see them too, where she joins sides with some other kids at her new school, and they become slayers, and it's a very interesting read. If you like zombies and you like retellings, you should read this book. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. And if you don't know, I am a huge fan of retelling stories. I don't know what it is, but something about a story I love and know by heart being retold with a twist on it just makes it so much more exciting, because even though I know the basics of the main plot that it's based off of, there's always so many twists and turns and different things with retellings that are so much cooler, and it's just a nice, fresh viewpoint of the story that we all know. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book. Actually, one review I read said that the only thing they could see with this having a resemblance to the original story was that the main character's name is Alice, and that she looks like Alice, and that's about as far as the likeliness between the two stories goes. I would have to disagree, because I kept that in mind as I was reading the story and trying to see if I could pick out other similarities between the two stories. Of course, we have Alice, who is just a normal girl, and, you know, she just thinks her dad's a freaking crazy, basically. She just thinks he's crazy because he talks about all these monsters that he keeps seeing, and that they have to protect themselves and all this stuff, and they're not allowed at night. Well, when the car accident happens, you can kind of see that as when Alice falls down the rabbit hole, because now she's transported into this new kind of world that she's never seen before, because now she can see the zombies. Unlike before the car accident, she had no idea they even existed. She thought they were just a figment of her dad's imagination. Also, they say there's not many characters that leak over from there to here, but I'd have to disagree. Also, I mean, of course, Alice is Alice, but also, like, Cole, the main love interest and head slayer of the pack that Alice joins, I don't know why, but I just kind of saw him as the Mad Hatter, and the rest of his gang is like the rest of the people at the tea party. And I think, like, I'm not picking this from the book because actually I've never actually read Alice in Wonderland, but I've seen the multiple variations of the movies. So, I mean, I'm very well versed in the story, I would think. And I can see him and his little gang as the tea party and the Mad Hatter, because in Tim Burton's version of Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter and all of his little friends are the ones who join Alice in her fight to defeat the Red Queen. And I kind of see that as they are the Mad Hatter and his crew joining Alice to defeat, I guess would be a sense of like the Zombie Queen or whatever. Because they're fighting the evil, so like all the zombies are like the card minions from Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if I'm making any sense with this. I may just be completely crazy. But those are some of the similarities I have seen between the two books so far. Alright, let's talk characters. Allie. I'm not sure how I feel about her yet. I've got, you know, a decent view of her. Still, I'm not sure how I feel about her. Do I love her? Do I hate her? She's just, I don't know. I haven't made up my opinion yet. Maybe once I move on in the series, I'll have a better opinion about Allie. Although she does crack me up half the time. I'll tell you that. She's very funny and very witty, especially when her and Cole get together and they go back and forth. It's very interesting scenes to read. Kat. Oh my goodness. This child annoys the crap out of me. Kat as we all know, is Allie's best friend. I'm sorry, that child is an airhead, and I don't understand how Allie is friends with her. I mean, I understand, yes, Kat kind of came in at a time when Allie was very vulnerable, and she really didn't have anybody else left in her life besides her grandparents. Her family just died, and she kind of needed a friend and a shoulder to lean on, and there was Kat. And Kat was there, and so she just kind of clung to it. But like, other than that, Kat is so annoying. Am I the only one that has felt this way reading this book? Like, I am just not a fan of Kat, and she's such an airhead. Like, yes, she does have that caring side where she still does, obviously care about her friend. She obviously cares about Allie. But she's such an airhead, and she always thinks that, like, she has to be the center of attention. Like she was talking about in the book, how she wanted to take over school and she wanted to rule the school for her junior year and all this. No, like, I'm sorry. I just do not like her, and I don't know if I'm the only one that felt that way. Probably because I always seem to be the one that has issues with certain things that everybody else loves. Again, I'm not a fan of Kat. Now, Cole. Cole, of course, is the main love interest of the book. Of course, he's extremely attractive, like most fictional main love interest characters. And I don't need to add another fictional boyfriend to the list, but I really like Cole. He is funny, he's witty, he's strong, he's a bad boy, he's got tattoos. Oh my goodness. I just love him. And he is funny. And him and Allie, when they get into it, they are so hilarious. And I just enjoyed all of those scenes with the two of them. And now that they're finally together, we'll see how this plays out. Because I'm hoping I still enjoy their relationship once they're actually officially a couple and there's no more mixed signals between, are they together, are they not, is he interested in her, is he not, like, what's going on. So I'm interested to see how this plays out in the second book. Also, Cole has a nipple ring. I don't know about anybody else, but my personal opinion on nipple rings is why? Why do you want your nipples pierced? I don't understand the thought process behind getting your nipples pierced, because half the time they're under clothes. Especially if you're a female, you're not going to be showing that off unless you're getting naked for somebody. So what's the point of having a nipple ring? And I don't see the sex appeal in nipple rings. I don't understand the point of getting your nipples pierced. That's just even more pain to go through on a part of your body that's not very often shown. And also, he only has one pierced. Why not get them both pierced? Why is just the one? I don't understand why if you're gonna do it, why not do both of them instead of just one? Because I would think that would just look weird. Also, I just kind of think it's weird when guys have nipple rings. But, I mean, if he can pull it off, I guess I'd be okay with it. But I still don't understand the sex appeal behind, nipple rings. Can somebody, explain that to me? Because I really don't understand. Halfway through the book, we are introduced to Justin Silverstone, which, I mean, they make him sound like he's just a really good kid, and he just doesn't really talk to anybody besides his sister, and he's, a straight-A student, and he's, super smart, and all this stuff. And he just, keeps to himself a lot. And then he's introduced as a possible love interest to Allie, which we find out never works out. And then we also find out that Justin and Cole's friends have issues, and they're not exactly on the same side. But I don't feel like I got that viewpoint that they were enemies at any point in the book until Allie finally told Cole that she was going to that party with Justin. I don't feel like there was much of relaying that Justin and Cole were butting heads and not friends or anything like that until that very scene. I wish when we were in the hallways and everything, you could have seen more of Justin and Cole glaring at each other, or snide comments to each other, or something, because there really wasn't much until that point, and then the fight broke out at the party, and then the fight broke out in front of the school and everything. And on top of that, we know Dr. Wright is the principal, and she was supposed to be on Cole and Allie's team and not work for the crazy industry that Justin works for, where basically they're not slayers, they're trying to do research on the zombies but trying to put them in other people's bodies, and it's just not working out. And we were led to believe that she was with Cole and Allie and against Anima Industries. But then you find out the major plot twist that she's actually a double agent. She was just using them to get information to relay back to Anima Industries, which is who Justin works for. But now I'm getting, like, my wheels start turning after that giant plot twist that I never saw coming. And my wheels are turning, and I'm thinking, now is it possible that Justin is a double agent, but Cole and his team just don't know it yet? Like, did he betray Cole and his friends to join Anima Industries to venture out on his own and collect their information before getting it back to Cole and his friends, and they're just not aware that he branched out to do this on his own and he's actually still for the Slayers and not for Anima Industries? My wheels are turning, and that's what I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that's what plays out now, because I'm going to be really disappointed if I'm wrong, because I'm normally really right about these things. Because then also in the end, after Allie was kidnapped, Justin went to Cole and told Cole where she was and what was going on. So that is also something that led me to think that maybe he is a double agent, but he's doing it all on his own, and he just had to make it seem so real that he was a double agent and that Cole and his friends hated him, to make it even more real and a possibility other than, oh, we should watch out for him because he could be a possible double agent. I got my wheels turning, and I'm thinking that's it. I'm probably wrong though, because that's a real far stretch. But that's what I'm like, is he a double agent? Just thinking. So like I said earlier, Anima Industries is the opposite of the Slayers, kind of. They take the zombies and they use them for research and try to place them into human bodies. Now, I'm a little confused on how this is working. Like, are they actually living human beings and they're just trying to shove them in with a human soul? Or, like, what's going on? Because I don't know how that would work. So I'm kind of interested to see how this all plays out in the next book, because obviously at the end, Anima Industries is not gone. They just the majority of them escaped, and I'm just wondering how this is going to play out, because I'm so in tune on this, I just want to know what happens. I want to know the reasoning behind why they want to shove zombies into other people's bodies, why they want to try and convert them back. Are they trying to find a way to reverse the zombie process? Or what's going on? Like, I need to know the details behind this. And it doesn't help that it's all told from Allie's point of view, and Allie isn't part of Anima Industries. Because I gotta know this. I am one of those people who I have to know, like, the background stories to things, and I have to know, like, how it happened, how it created, like, what all happened. Like, after the Maze Runner series, I read The Kill Order, and The Kill Order killed all of my questions because it answered them all in that book about how the flare started and whatnot. So I need something like that. Like, I need it to be explained why they do this, and, like, how they even got started and, like, all this crap. Oh my goodness, I have to know. Also, let's talk about the zombies in this book. I loved Gena's take on zombies. I don't know if it was just, like, it was just so different from everything I've seen, heard, or read about zombies. Like, it's just so different. It was so refreshing. Because as we all know, zombies, they're the undead, obviously, and they walk around and they eat brains and flesh and they kill you. And if you're bitten, you get turned into a zombie. In this story, these zombies are not like the zombies you see on The Walking Dead or the zombies in Warm Bodies, the zombies in Zombieland. They're not anything like that at all. These zombies are, yes, they're undead, but they're trapped within the spirit world. So, as say, like, someone like me and you, we can't see them because we don't have this special gift or, like, a horrible traumatic event that happened to cause us to see these zombies. But then you have people like Alice and Cole and the rest of the Slayers who are able to see the zombies, and they have to split their soul from their body in order to fight the zombies and kill them. And I just think that is such an interesting concept, because every time you hear, watch, or read anything about a zombie, it has to do with, oh, you need to be out on the run. Everybody's either dead, zombie, or, they're trying to survive and hardly making it. In this, it's not the case because there are majority of the human population don't even know these zombies exist. And then there's a small percentage of the population that can see the zombies and actually have learned to fight them and kill them, and they're working against them to defeat them. I just think that is such an interesting concept. Like, I just think that is the coolest zombie concept I've ever heard before. Like, it just amazes me. Let's just take a minute to take in this cover. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a huge fan of this cover. And also, like, look at this. Look at it naked. It's so pretty. And then you have, like, the end papers. Like, just look at it. There's the back. Like, this is just all around gorgeous. I freaking love this cover. And I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite cover series. Because they're just so pretty. Because after I finished this, I ordered the next 2 books, and they're all in hardcover, and all the covers match, and they're just so pretty. I am just such a huge fan of these covers. Like, I love pretty covers, and this definitely sells it for me. I have never thought to actually put this in my review videos because I don't know why, I just didn't think about it. But I am a huge fan of the app/website 8 Tracks. It's basically a app, or it's a music app, or like you can go to the website if you want to, and you can create an account, and basically there are all kinds of playlists for anything you can think of, and you can listen to them for free. People make playlists all the time. You can create your own playlists. Like, it is my favorite app in the entire world. Only downside is you can only play one mix twice a day. And then you have to wait 8 hours before you can listen to it. That's the only downside, but it's like my favorite like app ever. Like, I love it more than Pandora because I'm also not limited by hours. Like, it is my favorite thing in the entire world. So I'm a huge fan of music, obviously. So when I do absolutely anything, I normally am listening to music. When I get up in the morning, I fall asleep to music. When I'm doing my homework, when I'm reading, when I'm doing absolutely anything, I'm normally always listening to music. I can't live in a world without music. And so, as I said, I read to music, and normally I try to look for a playlist for the book that I'm reading so I can get more of a feel for what I'm reading, because like, I just feel like the music adds so much more to it, because like, when you're watching a movie and they like sneak that song in and it just adds so much more to the scene. It's like that with reading for me. I know some people, like, when they're reading, they have to have it like dead silent or they can't concentrate. I'm not one of those people. Like, I have to have my music playing. So normally I look for a playlist that goes along with my book. If I don't find one, I normally just listen to piano music because that's nice too. So from now on, in my book talks, if I have a certain playlist I've been listening to that goes along with the book, I will link it down below, and you guys can go listen to it too if you want to, or if you just don't care. That's great. That's gonna start on this video. I rated Alice in Zombieland a 4 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy it, and I actually started the second book today. I am super excited. I want to see how this goes on with the rest of the series. I'm interested to see what happens now in the next book, since we don't really have any like major conflict. Towards the end we found out that Alice's dad was actually a zombie, and so that was a huge part, but then he ended up dying at the end. There's not much of like worrying about her seeing like another loved one, because her mom and her sister went off to heaven. So now it's just kind of, we got to see what's going on with Anima Industries and what's up with this journal that Alice found, and it keeps deciphering the longer she's hunting and all this stuff. I'm super excited. So I will see you guys next time with a book talk, topic Wednesday, or a talk video. Until then, I'm Chrissy. Goodbye!